All right, guys. One thing I just wanted to point out was, look at this 12 GPU AAA wave mining rig frame. Just look at this size of this frame in comparison to this 8 GPU Veta frame. That 8 GPU Veta frame is almost twice the size in length that this 12 GPU AAA wave frame is. So I think we would have had some problems putting 73090s on there, the 6700 XT and the 1660. So I just wanted to point that out in context. So I'll step back a little bit so you guys can see. Like, in comparison, this mining rig is so narrow and small. I mean, don't get it wrong. It will do 12 GPUs. It is, you know, it'll serve its purpose. But I don't think we would have got the 73090s, like I said, the 6700 XT and the two 1660s on here. In comparison to, like, say that, look at that 8 GPU Veta frame, which is almost as long as that rack there. It almost takes up the whole shelf on the rack, as opposed to I could probably get 2 of these, maybe 2.5 of those on that rack. So that's just something I wanted to point out to you guys as to the context of how small this is. This is purely a space-saving option to me. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to try to go ahead and throw in these 73090s here, guys. All right, these 7 RTX 3090s. And then I don't think I'll have room. I don't think, because we'll be breaking the 80% rule just for the 8th GPU. I was going to put this AMD 6700 XT in there as well, but I think we'd be breaking the 80%, hypothetical 80% rule on our power supply. So I don't think I'm going to go that route. So I think what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to stick to these 73090s here. Okay? These 73090s. We've got 4 EVGA for the Win 3 edition. We've got 2 NVIDIA 3090 Founders edition. And then we've got 1 Asus TUF 3090 over there. So that's a total of 73090s. We're going to throw them in this Minebox 8 right here. And then we'll see how it goes, guys. All right. I just wanted to show you in comparison to this. Oh, actually, look. Take a look. Actually, this 12 GPU mining rig frame is actually a little bit bigger in context when you think about, or actually when you look at it compared to this one here. That AAA wave frame is pretty narrow, pretty tight, pretty compact compared to this 12 GPU frame here. Here, I'll move it over here, guys, just so you know, you guys can kind of get a better context of it. So try to put that over there. Right there. All right, that should do it. All right, so guys, all right, so in context, take a look at this. That frame is so small compared to that other frame there. Yeah, I just don't think that we would have got away with putting the 123090s on that frame. So that's just something I wanted to show you guys in context. With that 3090 there, because like you could just see how much smaller that AAA wave frame is compared to that 12 GPU frame off of eBay there. So yeah, guys, just wanted to give you a context of that, guys. So yeah, all right, well, let's get on to this build. Let's get to this build that we've got here going on. We've got a lot of stuff out, so yeah, let's go ahead and concentrate on this. Let's get these 73090s in here. We won't worry about the 6700 too much because I don't want to break the 80% rule, the hypothetical 80% rule, guys. So let's go ahead and just get to these 73090s, get them in this Minebox 8 and get it fired up. All right, see you in a second. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and open these bad boys up. Let's see. Nothing like opening up brand new GPUs. That's a pretty big car, guys. That's massive. So, little EVGA. I like those little things. There it is. All right, guys. So I like to keep those. Put them on the side of my rigs and stuff. Yeah, guys, it's nothing like opening these 3090s. I love it. It's nothing like opening a new GPU, period. I like keeping the anti-static bags. Just to give you guys my reasoning as to why I am using the mine box, it is simply to save space. I plan on opening or having more mining rigs. But I wanted to try a couple of these out because I just want to utilize saving space. However, if you're a residential miner and you do not have the 220 volt or the capacity to install the 220 volt, I wouldn't suggest buying it. Not only that, the mine box is a little bit spendy, but it is an all-in-one alternative to you not having to build the rig, the frame, buy the frame, build the frame, and then put the rig together on the frame. So that's actually a big plus to have that MineBox 8 or the MineBox 12. I'm not sure about the MineBox 12 and how it's gonna work, but I'm gonna give it a whirl and see. And if it doesn't work, I've got plenty of frames, open air frames I can throw them on. One thing is, I am getting that air handler system installed in a couple days here, so that will actually help exchange the air. It actually sucks the hot air out and then brings the cool air in, so that will help a lot in keeping the room cool. It will be on a Wi-Fi thermostat that I can control via my smartphone, so yeah, so if the room, and it'll automatically cut on once the room reaches a certain temperature. Yes, that does add to my bottom line because I am running an AC, and that AC will not be connected to my house. That AC unit will be specifically for this one room. Okay, so, and it's 2 units, weighs about a ton. There's 2 units, 1 unit that'll be vertical, standing up and down, and actually I'm not gonna stand it up and down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it horizontally across the wall, okay? And that is the air handler that's gonna bring the cold air, the fresh air into the room and evacuate the hot air out. So, like I had explained to you guys before, and I'll explain it a little more because I'm gonna make a video on that when they install it. The mistake I made on purchasing an air conditioner, which was only gonna mix the hot air in the room and end up sweating the cards. So, yeah, I'm glad I consulted him about that and got that taken care of. Yeah, this 3080, if you notice, guys, here is only 2 8-pins. 2 8-pins compared to 3 8-pins for the 3090 for the Win 3 edition, guys. That's That's convenient for a 2 8-pin 3090. And this is the Asus TUF RTX 3090. That's this one right here, overclocked edition. So yeah, that's pretty neat. I like that that's 2 8-pins, because that saves you a lot of trouble, saves you from having to have a bunch of splitters. So we've got our 4 RTX 3090 for the Win 3s. These are all 3090s. We've got our 1 Asus TUF RTX 3090, and we've got our 2 Founders Editions here. I always save all the anti-static bags and all the manuals and boxes, because there may be a day where I decide that I want to resell my equipment. I don't know. I don't foresee that day, but there may come that day. And you want to, you know, just, it's nice to have this stuff when, you know, you do go to resell it, because it adds value by you having the original packaging that it came in. So, yeah, just something to think about, guys. And yeah, this is a pretty expensive mining rig, guys, right? No sweat. This is just about a $25,000 mining rig. Yeah, 25,000 USD, give or take, okay? I actually had calculated it out last night when we had did all the components for the build itself. So it's actually a little bit more than 25,000, and we'll go over profitability in a little bit. This mining rig was actually closer to 26,000, maybe even a little over 26,000, because of the price of the MineBox 8 that I'm going to put it in. The MineBox 8 said it was about 650 bucks for the MineBox 8. I think 6 something. 627 maybe, or 687, or yeah, somewhere around there. It was under $700. It was 6 something. So and one thing about these 3090s, these NVIDIA RTX 3090s, they don't come with an anti-static bag on them. So they just come in the box just like that. That's how they look right out of the box. So I had a guy that tried to sell me one on eBay, tried to say it was new, and in his picture, he showed it with an anti-static bag on it. And he's like, oh, I just put that on it to protect it. And I'm like, dude, that is such a red flag for me, is what I was saying to myself. Because I have brand new ones here. And if you notice, the RTX 3090 is inverted. It only has one fan that you can see. I do believe that there is another fan underneath there. I'm not sure, but I believe that there is. That actually looks like it comes up too, so you can access that actually. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. Looks like that comes off actually. Yeah, it does. Okay, well, but yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying about the eBay thing. He had showed me a picture of it. He said it was brand new, but he showed me a picture of it with an anti-static bag wrapped on it. And I'm like, they don't come like that. And he's like, oh, well, people on eBay were asking me to open up to prove what's in the box. I was like, yeah, well, why would you open a sealed box? That just devalues the GPU, because now it's not brand new in the sealed box. It could be used. Now, one other thing. This RTX, this NVIDIA Founders Edition RTX 3090, they all come with like special adapter cords. The other 3060 Ti came with a double like 10-pin adapter cord that came out to a single 8-pin actually. Let me be sure of that single 8-pin. Yes, yeah, I remember, single 8-pin. So that's pretty cool, because the less strands you have to use off of your power supply, the better. But this actually comes with one 10-pin, and I'm curious to see what the adapter actually looks like, because the adapter is usually a triple or a double 8-pin. You know, it would probably be a double or triple 8-pin. If that one's a single 8, I would assume that this is just going to be a double 8. yep, double 8. Okay, so this is what it looks like if you've never seen a Founders Edition card open up. They all come with this neat little adapter. So this is unique to this. So you can't just plug in a strand off a power supply like that. You have to have this, actually it's a 12 pin that pops in there out to a 2.8. Special adapter for that. That's pretty cool. Oh, we're gonna need that. Yeah, right. Duh. Okay. This is so heavy. Like, these 3090s are massive, but also want to give you a comparison as to this 3090 compared to this one. It's a little bit thinner. This is a little bit more buff, or this one has a little bit more mass. It's a little heavier. In fact, hold on, no way. It is twice as heavy. So it's funny. It's almost, I wouldn't say twice as heavy. I'm exaggerating a little bit when I say that there. But this RTX 3090 Founders Edition card is so much heavier than this For the Win 3 edition. Alright guys, sorry unboxing's taking so long. I know you guys want to get to the build. I love unboxing though, man. There is nothing like it. I love it. It's nothing like opening new GPUs. I got another RTX 3070 over here too. Just got that in today actually. Brand new, sealed in the box. Another RTX 3070. We're going to add that to the rig. We're eventually going to have 12 of these RTX 3070s as well. So, coming soon. Back to the 3090 build. Hey, if you haven't already done so, guys, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers quicker than we made it to 500 subscribers. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in, helping me make it to 500 subscribers and past there. So I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys sharing the content with your friends if you could. You know, I appreciate you guys hitting that like button on every video. And, you know, definitely continuing to support the page. We're going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to bring you more major rig builds. And like I said, as I grow, you get pointers. You don't have to do what I do. You know, you can choose to do what I do. We're going to do it together. You can walk the path with me. You can learn from my mistakes and avoid them. That's really what I want to do. That's why I'm documenting this journey. I mean, not everybody's going to go out and dump, you know, somewhere close to 100 grand to convert a mining rig room. And, you know, down the line, we'll get into all that as far as how much money I spent to actually convert the room with the electricity and all that. But this particular mining rig by itself is a $26,000, like maybe $26,200 mining rig. And we'll get exactly down to that because each one of these 30 RTX 3090s, I paid $3,500 for, and we're going to have 7 of them. And then we've also got the price of the Mine Box 8 as well. So. And yeah, we'll get down to like the exact profitability, exactly what this, down to the dollar, what this mining rig cost me to build, and what the ROI time will be on this mining rig. So. And I'm thinking that it's going to be around 10 months. Is what I calculated. And the 3090, believe me guys, is not the most efficient GPU. So the 3090 is not the most efficient GPU. It does suck up a lot of power. Each one of these 3090s are probably going to be pulling around 300 to 320 watts each, depending on how I overclock them. So that is something to take into consideration when you're buying the 3090. Just because the 3090 is the biggest and baddest GPU. Also keep in mind that it also is the most power consuming GPU. So this GPU is going to consume the most power. And on the scale of efficiency, if you're talking about efficiency, then this GPU is probably the least efficient. The most efficient is going to be the RTX 3060 Ti or the RTX 3070. Those are going to be the most efficient when you're talking about mega hash per watt. So with the RTX 3090, just to give you a concept, you're going to be around 0.03 mega hash second, or per mega hash per watt. I'm sorry. With the RTX 3060 Ti, you're going to be somewhere around 0.5 mega hash per watt. So that's something to definitely take into consideration. From here on out, I am only going to probably be buying, once I get my 12 RTX 3080s, I will only be buying RTX 3060 Ti's and RTX 3070s. And then when the RTX 3080 Ti comes out, you know I'll be buying those too. But I'm going to finish up 12 GPU RTX 3080 rig. I've got, I think 10 now. So I got a couple of more to get, and then I'll have that 12 GPU RTX 3080 rig built. And then after that, I'm just only buying the 3060 Ti's and RTX 3070s for efficiency until the new series GPU comes out. Alright guys, sorry that took so long. I probably will time lapse through some of that stuff, maybe figure out how to do it. But yeah, there you guys go. That's what's going to be on here. And I just kind of did the calculation out a little bit more in my head, guys. And I think we're right at $25,000 on this mining rig build. Taking into consideration the MineBox 8 as well. So I think we're right at 25,200, I believe, is what I just kind of did the math in my head just to give you guys a more accurate number. So, you know, no sweat, right? Just a $25,000 mining rig build, right? Right. All right, guys, let's get to it. Here we go. 7 RTX 3090s. We got 4 RTX 3090 for the Win 3s, 1 Asus Tough RTX 3090, and then we have 2 NVIDIA 3090 Founders Editions. All right, let's get them in the mine box.